All right, yo, what's up, everyone? Thanks for tuning in to episode one.
We are live.
Live and fucking ready to roll, Causing a ruckus. We'll start going around. We'll tell you guys a little bit about ourselves for those of you that don't know us. So I'm Maddie. In a sentence, we're going to do a little bit of a challenge here. We're going to try to explain who we are as a person in one sentence. Fuck, this is actually way harder than I thought. I should have planned this out more.
I completely forgot that we even had a challenge for this, to be honest. I was like, oh, shoot. All right, Matt, you go first.
I'd like to say I'm a down to earth, kind of laid back, chill gamer dude who knows a karaoke machine and dancing machine when there's liquor involved. I think that pretty much sums up my life in a,
I'm going to chime in there and say that's a lie because you don't need liquor involved to do either of those things. So,
hey, you're not even a gamer boy. You're like, you just suck. You just suck at gaming. So.
That doesn't mean he doesn't like to game.
Whatever, man.
Yeah, dude, what the hell?
Open for interpretation, that's for sure. All right, Lee, go for it next because I'm going to copy everyone's ideas.
All right, sounds good. Well, I'm Lee. I think the most important things about me, I'm an artist, a martial artist. Probably my favorite thing is I'm the uncle of two gorgeous nieces and a little turtle that they're trying to convince is my nephew. I'm not sold yet. He's a little turtle man, but those are the most important things about me.
Oh, this guy went up me huge, dude.
That was a 2-up.
All right. My name is Lukasz. I am 6'4" and Polish. That's the most important thing about me. One word to describe myself is I'm really bad at following instructions.
Fuck off, bro.
Other than that, that's it, man. That's a sentence. So you got all covered. That's it.
As you guys start following, you'll get to know us obviously a little more, you'll be part of our inside jokes that we got. So another piece of this that we're gonna do every week is one person will have a joke or a funny story that they're gonna have to tell, and the other people. Yeah, that's what comedy of the week. That's what we're gonna call it. Yeah.
I don't mean officially. I was just chiming in, but go on.
It's official now. And everyone else will vote. You guys, as the viewers too, can vote. If it's not funny, whoever told the story has to do a shot. So this week I'll start it off. I apologize for those of you that may have heard this joke already, but I know Lee hadn't. So
time out, Matt. Let me cut you off real quick. And we're gonna free ball this live. I think one shot's too light. I think your penalty is 2 shots.
No. So I think the best way to do this is the other 2 people in here get to decide if you get a shot for having a bad story. Now that means if Lee and I both dislike it, that's 2. If one of us likes it, one of us dislikes it, that's 1. If you dislike your own story, that's 3. If you're like, I screwed up the punchline, that's 3. That's 3 total for sure, 100%. I talked to my mom about it. She cleared it up. She said that's cool. So we're all good with that for sure.
Okay, that's fair. So, all right. So here we go. So there's this penguin, right? And it's been a busy summer at the zoo. So the penguin decides it's going to go on vacation, going to go on a road trip across the country. So the penguin's driving across the country, and his car breaks down. Luckily, it's right in front of a mechanic shop. So penguin drops it off at the mechanic, and mechanic's like, "Why don't you go stroll around town while I take a look at the car?" The penguin's like, "You know what? On a summer day, what kind of better snack to have than some ice cream?" So penguin swings into the ice cream parlor and grabs his ice cream cone and starts heading back to the mechanic. Penguin walks up and the mechanic goes, "Well, it looks like you've blown a seal." And the penguin goes, No, this is just ice cream."
Yeah. I'll give it to you.
I'll give you that. I mean, I've heard it before. I wanted to dislike it, but it's a solid joke. It's a solid joke.
It's a banger, dude.
You want to go next? Good.
So wait, does that mean then you guys should have to take shots because it was funny?
Oh fuck!
I'll do that. Yeah, here we go.
Okay, well, first let's find out what's everyone drinking for the night, and I also mean you viewers as well. What's everyone drinking?
Okay,
you're gonna start?
Sure. Yeah. I'm drinking combo water. I'm drinking tequila.
Tequila. All right, nice. Lucas, what you got?
Okay,
what's on tap?
I'm drinking I'm gonna get called out right now, so I'm gonna say it's beer. I'm not gonna show you the rest of the bottle. It's obviously a brown glass bottle. Everyone
No,
can
let's see it. Let's see it. No, we gotta see it,
Nah,
dude.
man. Nah, man.
What if we get a
Nah.
sponsorship?
I know it's Angry Orchard apple cider for those for those low testosterone
Weak.
people. But
Weak.
also for my shots, I have a Texas Mickey of vodka.
There we go. Now we're talking.
So yeah,
Nice.
like I'm trying to even it out. Like I'm trying not to die, but if I die, then I already warned my mom, so she'll carry me out of the room. It's all good.
Punched.
Carry out of the room. That's it, eh? All right, so we doing.
Your boy. Wow, I don't get to tell people what I'm drinking.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, you don't. No, you don't.
We assume you're just
Yeah,
drinking.
I'm
water.
drinking bread and butter wine. You have visit your local LCBO. It's like the best red wine out there right now.
So
But,
where are you taking
I'll
shots
choose
from?
you guys. I have I also have Florida Canna rum for
Oh,
the
thank
shots.
God. If you're taking
But I don't
shots
have-
of wine, I was gonna be like, that's so weak, man. I hate that. All right.
Well, you know what? And all you viewers out there, why don't you guys do a shot with us? You know, for those of you watching.
Yeah. Cheers.
I'm just doing
everybody.
it. Cheers. I'm just doing a straight bottle because I didn't get a.
Me too. I didn't bring a shot glass.
glass.
Me neither.
Champs. Okay. All right.
Ooh. All right. So, you know, the topic, sticks and bones. Glenn with the sticks and bone. Nice.
So I guess you're just telling the joke and that's it, eh?
Yeah. That, like, and then we'll go right into. What were you gonna say?
I'm saying it's one person tells a joke per stream.
Per week.
That's how
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
doing it.
They're on
per
the.
week.
They're on
All
the.
right. I'm confirming.
Yeah.
I'm confirming.
No.
Yeah. Again, guys, we apologize for any delays. You know, this is the first time that all of us, I think, are doing this. So, you know, glad you guys are here for the ride. This week's topic, we're talking about, you know, relationships from a guy's perspective. You know, we thought that you don't hear a lot about that or the details around that. So, you know, we're gonna go around talking about a few points. If you guys have questions you guys want us to answer, shoot them in the chat, and we'll do our best to catch all of those and answer them. Where do you guys want to start? What do you guys think we should cover first?
Hey yo, I've always wondered because I've always heard two sides of the story. What are red flags for you? You start dating someone instantly. What is the first thing that you look at, or something that can completely change the game in terms of you see that and you're like, no, like I can't do that. Like that's something that's just a no for me. Now, obviously everyone's attracted to what they're attracted to. If you like someone who eats spaghetti with their bare hands, that's on you. I personally am not that kind of person. But is there something, or even table manners, that like right off the get-go can like just be like, no?
Okay, sorry. I'm sorry. Before we dig into this, I gotta draw some attention to Glenn here. The baby staring at the carrot. Thank you very much. First things first, I'd like to shout out to Davey Dion Ryan for hooking me up with a sick ass backdrop, whether he intended to or not. Second of all,
Is that your older sister? Is that your
why-
older sister that gave you the backdrop?
That's the one with zero artistic talent.
Perfect.
By the way, Glenn, why wouldn't you be staring at that penis? Is the real question. Don't act like you're better than us.
Yeah.
Anyways, go on.
You were
He's been
he
staring
was
at
obviously staring at it. That's why he
He
saw
obviously-
it.
right? Pay attention to the podcast, please.
He felt envious.
Please.
He's like, the baby got such a front row seat. Why do I have to be streaming this? I want to see it firsthand. All right, red flags.
So yeah, red flags. Do you guys want to start? I'm trying to think of. All
right. I'll tell you. I guess since I brought up the question, I can bring up the first one. To me, something that is a total red flag is some sort of like really bad table mannerisms. And I'll give you an example. There was one point, I'm gonna throw like a personal story out here, okay? It's gonna get emotional. But like I was like went on a date with someone and we were at an Italian restaurant and she scooped pasta into her fork with her fingers. And I was like,
What's
I
the
don't
point
know,
of the
like-
fork?
what?
What's the point of the fork at that point? Just go right to your mouth. Cut out the middleman.
That's the problem. And like she would like do that, her fingers would be dirty, and she would like look at me and like she would be like, and like just like lick her fingers. And I'm like, I can't tell if this is like a seduction trick
Did it work?
or no. We got free breadsticks, so like it worked on the waiter, not me. But like I was like, yo, like honestly, like for some reason, like that just bugs me. Like it drives me crazy. I can't do it. I just can't do it. What's something for you? Like something even just little that for you is like a no way.
You go on, Matt.
Go.
I was gonna say
You go
stealing my food. That's a red flag,
Or
especially
they're like,
when-
I don't want any. I don't.
exactly when you say you don't want it and then you want it. Those are reasons to throw
That's-
hands. That's throwing hands for sure.
Like, what if you have spaghetti and she just reaches over and just like grabs like a meatball or two with her bare hands and just like, that's cool, right? That's chill.
That's okay. I got plenty of meatballs, so I can share for sure.
Did you use that line? Have you used that line before?
I got plenty of meatballs. Yeah, man. Yeah,
All right,
I should
um,
try it.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Oh, fuck, what was I gonna say? I had a good one, and then I got distracted by
By your meatballs.
Yeah, by the meatball conversation. Okay. This is actually very hypocritical of me, but actually not hypocritical. Let me take that back. I was gonna say bad texting, but I don't. Actually, doesn't really bother me. It's more when if people are, I don't think this happens as much now, but when people are like, I can't text someone too many times in a row because it looks like
Needy.
you're needy. Yeah, like it's like if you want to talk to someone, you just gotta talk to someone. You know what I mean? Like,
So the game is bothering you.
Do what makes you happy.
Does it bother
Is
you when
it?
someone plays the game where they intentionally take longer to respond because they
No, dude. Like
it's like an attraction, a chase,
no.
enjoy the chase kind of thing?
No, then it's not worth my time, man. Fortunately, at least I don't think so. I wouldn't know if that's the case. I like to believe that people that want to talk to me will talk to me when they have the available time to.
Shit, no one wants to talk to you, huh?
Yeah, no, my phone never goes off.
So the reason why Maddie's mad about that is because Lee and I actually text him like that, where like we'll just not text him at all, and
He'll
he'll like,
read
text
it.
us twice in a row, and he'll be like, "Should I send a third? Like, do my friends care?" And like he gets like all nervous, and he starts sending us like Instagram like memes to see if we like those, to see if we're still cool, but we obviously don't like them. But, yeah.
Dude, I just see that they had seen it 7 hours ago. Just leave it at that.
Okay, so while we're on the track with that, what are like green flags or brownie points for you? What's something that someone can bring to the table and you're like, damn, like that impressed me. Like that is something that like I really liked.
Is that what they're called? They're called green flags?
I saw red flags. So
Did you just make that shit up on the spot?
no, like it's like I was actually talking to Elon Musk and he was really bringing up a good point with green flags being a thing for his rocket ships, and that's what
Oh yeah.
So
okay.
someone in chat said that booty is a green flag.
That booty. Okay.
It's a plus. That's a bonus, I think.
I would like some elaboration on that, please. Whose booty specifically? If
Are you talking about like one of us? You're like that booty. Like, did one of us get up while I mean, we're not gonna wait for a response.
Who's gonna start? Sorry.
green flags definitely diet to me for sure, and I don't mean good diet. I mean, are you willing to be a fat ass with me? Like, are we gonna get
Out all the
McDonald's
time?
and have
Food, guys, eat out
Well, I
food.
mean, food for sure.
Watch
but-
your minds.
I mean, it doesn't have to be going out all the time, but like, are we gonna have pizza and ice cream and then get like brownies later, or like, are you calling it at the ice cream because we already had our dessert? Like, nah, none of that. Like, you gotta encourage me to keep eating. That shit's a win for sure.
Okay, that's fair. So like,
That's fair.
what's a diet restriction that to you you're like, I can't deal with that? Like, if someone has this sort of diet restriction, what's something that you're like, damn, that's gonna be tough to work around because I always eat that kind of stuff?
Peanuts. Peanuts. Oops.
Classically so.
I always eat peanuts. Yo, peanuts for sure. If I can't have peanuts in my house or my life, you're not making
Alright.
past date one.
That's fair.
Yeah, so that's a green flag for you for sure.
Sorry, actually, I thought. Okay, so sorry. Let me. Actually, I'll come back to this. But so the green flags, I guess, would be qualities that you like in someone as well. I guess
Like qualities
isn't
that like
really-
exceed expectation. Like you see this and you're like, damn, very nice.
Yo,
Like, you know what I mean? Like, it
think
blows your mind.
I get. Dude, that was a good accent. I think I speak on behalf of all three of us, but I think sense of humor has got to be like you have to have a good sense of humor.
I hate that. I like it when it's a serious relationship where you don't laugh because it's a serious relationship. I don't want you to laugh.
You think this is a game? This is a fucking game.
Does it look like my joking face? Because it's not.
I mean, okay, so like sense of humor. What in the humor is it? Dark humor? Like you need someone who can roll with the punches. And our humor, by the way, we're not going to.
Our humor's fucked.
It's
You
pretty
guys will see it.
offensive. It's pretty offensive. No, we can't see it because we'll get banned. But I mean, right after this, we'll like release all that content. on some other platform that'll let us. Probably only Pornhub will let us do that. We'll get away with it.
Yeah, so we're the first people podcasting on Pornhub. It's fucking sick.
Pornhub Live. I'm pretty sure I've seen the ad. I mean, I've never seen adverts for it. I've never been. I've heard it's a safe spot for everyone though.
We should look into that. That's a good expansion idea. I like it.
Yeah, thank you. Sorry.
That's how we go multi-platform.
All right. So okay, that's Lee's. That's Maddie's. I guess I didn't give one.
No, what you got?
Yeah, I'm good. For me, a green flag would be like showing initiative. Like if you're dating someone, and if you date someone like, let's say 3 dates in a row, and they offered like to pay like the 3rd time or something, you're like, that's pretty Gucci money for me. You know what I mean?
Interesting.
If I'm not the only one dropping bills, because that shit makes me cry.
Okay, so I guess like if we come up with other ones later on, like we'll just come back to them.
Is your masculinity so frail that if your lady pays for the bill, you feel less like a man?
Personally,
No.
Okay, cool. We're all on the same page of that.
Yeah, like you gotta hit with that.
You got a job. You got your own money.
50-50. That's fair.
I agree.
Okay.
Okay, so what do you think is a great first date idea? Like as a guy.
Okay, let's talk pre-COVID and then COVID after.
Agreed.
Okay, yeah. Oh,
agreed.
Yeah, okay.
Agreed. So let me talk about COVID. Let me do COVID first. Nowadays, because the dating scene is so difficult, and I guess it's interesting that we can do this because Lee's engaged. I know people are gonna leave the chat. Lee's engaged.
Yeah, they're only in it for me, man.
Maddie and I are not even close. we got lost in COVID, and we're just But
cruising through.
Because of even like lockdown restrictions, a good date during COVID is like, hey, like essential businesses, you have to go grocery shopping. I'll meet you there. Like, let's go grocery shopping together. And then you judge her on what she buys. Because if she buys like
that's a real quick way to learn about.
Yeah, if she gets healthy cereal, I leave.
We'll define healthy, like a Honey Nut Cheerios.
Like raisin bread.
Anything not cinnamon toast crunch. Anything not cinnamon toast crunch, I leave.
Yo, Honey Nut Cheerios is pretty sick, man. Mini wheats. Okay.
Really, you know what? I don't want to get off topic, too far off topic, but I don't think I've ever had like a full bowl of Honey Nut Cheerios like in my life.
Fucking weak. You're fucking weak.
Sorry, guys. Like, I used to have Special K with sugar on top. So
yeah, like... you would get Special K.
Oh.
Just for the special boy.
Such a special boy.
So okay, sorry. So you said for present day COVID, grocery shopping grade.
Grocery shopping hall.
Yeah, grocery. Yeah. Okay. What about pre-COVID?
I definitely think it has to be something social. Like anyone who does that whole shitty idea of like dinner and a movie, like I want to sit next to him. Matt's face. Matt does that shit all the time. Like I'm not trying to sit next to you in a theater for a couple hours. Like I want to talk and get to know you. Like
you can go like, so what's
yeah. That piece of shit in the theater. Yeah, you could, I guess.
A Tommy Talker or whatever.
Tommy Texter. Yeah, wow.
Yeah, Matty has audio.
He's too busy. He's too busy talking through that ad to know what the fuck he's called.
look at this loser. Everyone hates this loser, and everyone's just pointing at Matty. Like, shut the hell up. Okay, so something social. Do you want like a group activity or still something social but between just you two?
No, if it's a first date, it has to be between you two. If you have a group, then that's no dice.
All right, that's fair game.
I think a hike is a good idea. Me personally, I like hikes.
So you're making them exercise on the first date?
Hell yeah.
That sucks.
If you can't go for a walk.
I mean, if the night goes well, you'll be making them exercise on the first date.
You're gonna do Pilates? Wait,
yeah, I thought we were gonna do Pilates.
You guys gonna hit the gym at night?
Yeah, dude.
She's gonna spot your bench press first date. All right, Maddie, what about you? Movie into dinner.
Yeah, you know,
I haven't done that.
Sorry, I'm interested in what you can keep talking. I'm just saying, I'm interested in what our viewers did for their first dates.
Yeah, Flipper Jim said bouldering. Can you elaborate? I don't know. I don't know what that is.
Bouldering's like
Never heard
rock
of-
climbing without the harness, so it's like the shorter walls, and you don't like. I
Oh.
don't remember what it's belaying or you're not harnessed in, so it's like free rock climbing.
So you're
That's a
saying
pretty
it's,
good
it's
idea. I like
dangerous. It's dangerous.
Well, no, it's like in a control.
Why don't we just go for a knife fight on the first date then? I'm pretty interested. You guys down?
That's not a bad one. If she can't handle her own, forget it.
That's it. Battle Royale.
I like that idea because if she's struggling, you can offer her support, but it's like right on the booty.
Oh, yeah,
right?
there you go.
That's smart.
There you go.
That's what
I like it.
they meant earlier by dad booty. They were thinking about bouldering.
Coagular ice cream to stroll. Yeah, that's good too. Like,
That's weak. That's weak for sure.
Is it though? Like, it depends what area. Like, if you're, if you're, downtown per se, like, or lake, lake shore. Yeah, I don't think that's a necessarily bad one. I think that's a good way
I know
to
that's
break it in.
quite honestly, that's what I did with Emma, my fiance. I don't like that word, fiance.
You're
my
like
wife to
partner.
be. My life partner. That's what we did on our first date.
I didn't say life partner, just partner. I'm your life
You can
partner.
cuss, yeah. You can cuss, dude. You can say,
Cuss.
as long as it's not racial or
He just says the
discriminatory in
N-word
any
straight
way.
up. He's
Yeah,
like,
that's a no-fly
Those
zone
are the
here.
good
We'll
ones.
we'll get our channel taken down like ASAP if that happens.
Because I need to cuss.
Here are my Discord messages. I'll try to fix that. So I haven't done this, but I want to go mini putting as a first date because then you get a little bit of competitive side. Not on a first date, not as a first date, but I think competitive competitive side is you get to see that. I think that's always a little bit attractive.
Now the best part is go to like the glow in the dark mini putting because then you can also see if they do their laundry. So it's like a 2-in-1. Because if they don't do their laundry, it starts glowing and you're like, yo, like, what's up? Like,
Is that a
what's going on?
sign of not doing your laundry? Like I thought that's just like lint.
Yeah, there's like stains and shit.
Oh, okay. Oh, you look
That
for
stuff
stains.
glows. That stuff glows in mini putt.
This guy, Lucas is going
I
to
know,
be putting with
you got
jizz all over his shirt. What the fuck?
You got called out once when you went.
She's like, are you? I didn't know your thing was pattern. I'm like, oh, it's camo. It's
Oh,
totally camo.
looks like you blew a seal, Lucas.
It's just ice cream. Just ice cream.
Oh man.
So pre-COVID, a good date, I guess, from my perspective, is all you can eat sushi. Now the reason why is one, I want to see if they're gonna pack it up or pack it in, is one, but also I want to see like how explorative they are in terms of food because I'm someone who eats anything and everything. If you know what I'm talking about, but like I want to see if they're down for the squid of the world, the octopus of the world. Just like it's interesting to see their diet on that level, but also just talk about like, hey, would you want to try this, and seeing them get outside their comfort zone with new foods. Personally,
That's fair.
On the first date,
See,
you're trying to push the envelope.
yo, I'm not gonna lie, because I always crave sushi, so it's really I'm going for me, and I want to see I want to see if they're good enough to be like, I like doing this too. I'm like, yo, sick man, we can go for sushi like every weekend. Perfect.
Glenn said, "Did you have sea stains on the collar, Lucas, in your mini putt experience?"
That's a strong yes.
I thought to pass would just drink, so I thought it was fair game just to pass it up that way.
So okay, so actually
Cool
this
WWE Ruckus.
I don't know what WWE Ruckus is, but that's actually funny. Welcome to the channel, appreciate it. So I was gonna say, instead of a red flag, what do you think? Are there things about you that people would be like would flag as a red flag for yourself? So the reason that you bring this up is like I don't think someone who's a foodie and I would click obviously because I'm like
Yo,
like
no. Let me explain this. When I first met Maddie, I'm like, yo, like we're gonna have a barbecue. It's gonna be sick. And Maddie's like, yo, man, I love burgers. I'm like, yo, sick. Like, so we made these burgers. I'm like, yo, what you on it? He's like, oh, barbecue sauce. I'm like, yo, dope. Put barbecue sauce on it. What else? He's like, yeah, I'm good. I'm like, what?
that's it, dude.
He's like,
That's
I'm
it.
happy with just that. And I'm like, I'm unhappy with that. I'm like, we have like lettuce. Like I cut up lettuce and tomatoes and onions and all that good stuff. Being like, yo, like people are gonna have
Veggies? What the hell? That's disgusting,
exactly.
dude.
This guy,
No.
that's it. You're the typical.
Jesus, disgusting.
It's a salad. It's a salad in my burger kind of dude. But like
Yeah,
that
no,
stuff
no.
makes it amazing. You're very plain Jane.
Yeah, and like, if someone likes to explore and you know, adventures with their food, that's this ain't it. This ain't it.
Wrong stop, honey.
All right. So you
Yeah,
say that's a
no.
red flag for yourself because of that.
Yeah, like someone who's interested in that. I just seen Courtney saying can't stand eating lunch with Matt. His mouth looking hella dry. Yeah, because like my burgers have nothing on
And there's one drop of barbecue sauce that he just spreads over the entire bun.
Guy
I
just
have
has
nothing on
saltine
it.
crackers for lunch, no water.
Yeah, legit. So yeah, like it's just not my forte per se. Like I stick to what I know and what I like, and I've like literally this year I just started eating salmon, like no joke, like 3 months ago. Shout out
Like
to my
raw,
air fryer.
smoked, or cooked?
No, cooked in the air
Also
fryer.
cooked because air fryer. Yeah.
In the air,
Yeah.
oh, air fryer.
Oh
It's
yeah,
sick.
yeah.
It's bomb,
Yeah,
dude.
I've only
Bomb.
made good food in the air fryer for sure.
Yeah.
Was it-
Cauliflower bites. This guy's gonna brag about his cauliflower bites.
Yo, they're sick, man. Yo, that's not even bad. Cauliflower bites are actually legit. I don't know why you guys.
You don't even eat Cheerios. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I'm
fucking
saying.
wrecked.
That's what I'm saying. Less
Yeah,
Lucas, please. Yeah.
Lucas can go ahead and mute his mic for the rest of the podcast.
I've just been drinking a lot, trying to drink more than I talk.
But yeah, like I've like when I go to restaurants, I never get something new. It's very rare. Like I just get the same thing all the time because like I'm going there because I know that I like it. You know what I mean? That's just me.
Yeah, I would say
What about you?
probably the red flag for me, I think, would be that I love debates and I love conversation. So if you say some whack shit in front of me, like I'm gonna call you out and I'm gonna challenge you on most things. And when I don't, it's because I'm consciously trying not to challenge you on things. And I could see how that would piss people off for sure.
So
See,
do you
the
ever
difference,
debate? Do you
though-
ever debate? Oh, go ahead, Lucas.
I was gonna say the difference is if people can handle it as a debate or if people turn it into an argument.
Very emotional.
Because some people get
stuff,
very defensive, and it's a good thing to see how people handle a topic that they're passionate about, right? Because some people marry their ideas, which is always an issue.
Yeah.
Like Emma married you, huge issue, right? So
I was sorry. I see this Matt fan 6969. Lucas looks like he lives in a Nordic prison.
I am a fan of Matt fan.
Yeah, Matt fan 6969. Yeah, shout out to whoever that is. What's I was gonna that comment threw off my fucking train of thought too. Fuck. Shit. I guess I'll have to just keep going. I had a good one too.
Okay, so if you could give one piece of advice to any girl out there, so from the guy perspective, obviously, so what advice would you give to a chick trying to date somebody?
What's the start?
just don't be such a bland texter. Like, don't expect to be like.
That's the one bit of advice. That's what you got. Text bland.
Yeah. Well, okay. Well, I mean, for the first, like, when you're first starting to get to know someone or first starting to talk to someone, I feel like it's always the expectation that the guy initiates a conversation and continues the conversation. And I feel like that's such a huge issue, because I know for a fact I have that issue consistently, where like I have to consistently end stuff with question marks to continue a conversation. Maybe it almost feels like I'm interrogating someone. Like, it's so weird. Or like a job.
Maybe they just don't want to talk to you, dude.
That's most of the time.
No one keeps asking you questions.
I the only reason why I'm in this chat is because I paid for the Zoom subscription, so we wouldn't have a 40-minute meeting. I was supposed to be muted the whole time.
That's it. That's so true.
We weren't even gonna just throw space. MOG also says Lucas has the casting couch in the back.
They let him take it home after his audition.
I actually get paid to clean it every day with my tongue. So
Gross.
Oh,
Disgusting.
That's fucking terrible, dude. Oh man.
What about you, Matt? What's your one piece of advice?
My biggest piece is I think too many people are looking. It's like just be you and let it come to you. Like, too many people are like trying to like force it or speed through it. Like, there's no rush. You know, like that Busta Rhymes song. I can't sing the lyrics, otherwise he's featured on it. It's Youngzy and whatever. Like, I don't even know their names, but don't rush. Because yeah, man, take your time with that shit. Especially if you're looking for like a life partner, right? You don't want to rush into that kind of stuff. Yeah, just be you. Do you, boo boo, and let the other people come in.
Yikes. Yeah. Yeah, I would have said the exact same thing. Is just be 100% unapologetically yourself. Like that's
dude,
that's
so
what
original.
Emma and I. Yes. Copy paste. That's what Emma and I did, and it worked out perfectly. Because if they can't handle who you really are, then they're not the one, right?
Yeah,
And
if
Yeah,
you
no,
stop
that's fair.
saying some stuff that you would typically say just to like be like, hey, I'd be afraid that they would hate that. It's like then you're already having issues right off the get go, like right at the start.
Yeah, you should be able to just like there's always that saying that there's like the three versions of self, like the one you portray to others, and you're like I don't know what the second one is, but the third one's like you're the only one that sees that one, the one in the mirror. Like I feel like you shouldn't have different versions of yourself based on the group that you're with, especially with a partner. That person, the person that you are, should always be the same thing.
But that's why our group is so hard to get into, because everyone's like, oh my god, like they're laughing, having such a good time, and then they'll come listen to what we're saying, and they're like, this is terrible. I hate what they're talking about. They're like
why did these
like that was disgusting. Like some people have like left like group conversations being like that was like the worst thing I've ever like experienced in my life. Like they look devastated when they leave, and we're like, I'm so sorry that you had to encounter that, but like I'm not sorry at all because that's us. That's our humor.
Yeah, that's legit. I dig that.
Yeah, that's ultimately I think the most important thing.
Okay, what's the most embarrassing thing that ever happened to you on a date?
Oh no.
Fuck, I have to think.
Okay, I'll go ahead and leave.
Lucas, yours is like the most recent, so that's an easy story to
Let's
tell.
hear
Like,
Lucas.
you don't even have to think about it. This guy can tell it right now.
Let's hear it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yo. So first off, I'm very much I'm practicing social distancing. Like I'm very like I try to be as serious as I can because of COVID. But this time I wasn't. So I went on a date and we went for a walk. What happened was this individual was like, hey, like I'm gonna go for a walk around my place. I'm like, you know what? I got legs too. So let me join you. And she's like, all right, like cool, you can come. So
Slick.
we walked around. Yeah, you like that, eh? Smooth as
No.
fuck. And maybe not. So we made a walk. We walked around. We made a
You
walk.
made a walk?
We made one. It was sick. We walked around Port Credit because that's where she lives around. Sorry if you're watching and I'm exposed. But like
exposing people's privacy.
the privacy.
Yeah.
She lives
What's the address?
at
Yeah, what's the
2350. So we're going for a walk. The walk went great. The date went great. Meet back at her place and go for a first kiss. Awkwardly enough, I totally missed. And like I kissed like her chin and it got hella awkward because I was like, oh my god, like my reaction is like I missed. We should go again. And I could tell like she did not expect it. Like it was more like a oh. I was like, oh no. Like, so I just went in again. And it was a total like she was like not digging. I was like, oh god damn. And I was like, all right, have a good night. Text me when you get home. She's like right outside her house. Like we dropped her off at her house. Like text me when you get home. And like I jumped into my car and just drove off. And yeah, it was a great time.
Did your tires like peel
Yeah,
out?
they start spinning out. Put in reverse tank. And like that's it. I just got out. I got out of Dodge. But like I mean, we recovered well because I like e-transferred $20 to not talk about it ever again. And it was
You can talk about it for free.
Yeah, Lucas, Coagula brings up a good point. What the hell is meat back?
What's meat back?
No, sorry, this is not talking. If he had said something like, up dog, he's like, Lucas is an up dog. If Lucas felt
Yo,
that
would have been amazing.
He probably
so
would have
good.
All right, obviously one of you two.
What's that?
Obviously one of you two go.
Okay.
I expose myself. You guys can't pass.
I'm trying to think, man.
I'll tell. I got one for sure. The lady shall remain nameless. There's really no reason I should, but anyways, I think it was our first official date, maybe our second. I don't remember anymore. We went for a nice walk. It was definitely our first kiss, and so we finished our walk. We're going to the car. We get into the car. Me being the innocent young man that I am and respectful young man, I was just going for like a peck or something, and like a pleco, she just attached to my face. And whatever, we're making out, great, whatever. I peel her face off of mine to get some air, and we notice
her face.
we notice that there's this family just awkwardly standing beside our car because they're trying to get into their car, but like we're just going at it in the front seat, and they're just like they have like kids and shit. They're standing there just like looking horrified, and just like looking at us like, "Yo, are you done? Can we get in our car now?" And we both look at each other like, "Fuck."
Did you guys let them get in the car, or did like you make out with the family as well?
Power move, son. I ain't let you. Yo, if you want to go, go. What do you want from me? Mind you, it was like 3:00 in the afternoon at a park.
What?
Yeah, it was a good one. It was a good one. I destroyed that family.
All right, Maddie.
This one's throwing it back quite a few years. There was someone.
He's like, so last week.
So this was like, oh man, this is gonna probably change a lot of opinions of people that have me. They may not know this about me. There was this girl I was seeing at the time, and we pulled up behind like a Sobeys or whatever. I don't even know what grocery store it was, and we're the same thing, like making out, whatever. And they were like, "Yo, Leon,
common
like,
theme.
jump in the back seat, whatever, see what happens." So we're starting to things getting more heated, and a fucking cop rolls up, lights on, and then we're scrambling to like get back in the front seat. I have no shoes on, my shoes are off, so I'm like scrambling into the front seat with no shoes on and shit. And the cop comes up and he's like, "Hey, just want to make sure, is this your car?" He's like, "There's been reports of stolen cars in this area. Just want to," and I was like, we're like, yeah. I'm like, "This is my car." And he's like, he goes to the individual, the girl at the time. He was like, is everything okay? Like, are you like being like basically being held under your will? And she's like, "Yeah." This guy like kidnapping someone.
You've got the look. You've definitely got the look.
You obviously didn't do a good job. She's like, "Get him out of here."
And then he was like, and then the cop goes, he's like, "Why are you guys doing in your car?" He's like, "Why couldn't you just go hang out in a Tim's?" And I was like, "Well, I can't really. I think it'd be a little weird to be making out with someone in the middle of a Tim Hortons."
You told him that?
Yeah, and he's like, "That's fair." He's like, "You guys should just get on out of here." He's like, we wouldn't want you getting in any kind of trouble. So I was like, "Okay, officer." Nice. So we fucking, after that, it was just like, "Just want to go home?" She's like, "Yeah."
You guys didn't try to like make out in the back of the cop car instead?
Yeah,
no, we should have. Yeah, that would have been a power move.
Jumping back to what Lucas calls green flags, I guess.
Everyone calls them green flags.
Really
I saw in the chat earlier someone said green flag, and like it started.
Yeah, someone actually did.
Did they?
Someone did.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah,
someone
actually,
we trust. Anyways.
Yeah, actually, I went on Urban Dictionary there, and it's already posted over there. So
valid, credible resource. So, yeah, one of the stories from the beginning of the relationship that definitely sold me on this lady was, it might have been the same day we ruined that family's life. We changed location because we didn't want to be at a park at 3 p.m. where we just destroy more families. So we changed location, and then we were hungry, so we went to Wendy's, and we got food, got burgers, and then finished our meal, continued kissing, and then literally in the middle of kissing, she stops and says, I'm sorry if I taste like a burger." You're a keeper. You're a keeper for sure. The consideration.
That's a win-win in my books, dude.
100%. I love it. I love the humor. I love the consideration. That's a lady right there. That's a lady in the streets. For sure.
A burger in the sheets.
Sounds hot.
Holy shit. That's good. This is what we were gonna touch upon. I don't know, love languages. I don't know if all you viewers know. You can do a quiz, find out what your love language is. Just a quick summary. It's basically,
I've done extensive research.
Lucas is basically a subject matter expert. He's a SME.
Yo, you lost.
You started
God
so
damn
strong.
it. I'm such a
So
good.
Maddie's the opposite. Maddie's done zero research. He's like, there's 5 of them.
Where are you going?
Yeah,
with
there's
this?
5. There's 5. There's 5.
There's Spanish, French, Polish, Canadian, and United States.
You know- you idiot.
No, but the real the real breakdown of it is like it's what means the most to you, like ways that partners or people can show their affection to you. So one of them is for example, my number one is acts of service, which sounds like super sexual. Which,
Absolutely.
hey, I'm never not against that, but it's like when people do things out of courtesy that normally you'd have to do.
So
So
in
I'm
all
curious.
fairness, though, sorry to cut you off. Acts of service, though, that just means actions speak louder than words. It doesn't necessarily mean that you need service to be done. It means actions speak louder than words. Go for it.
Yeah, like to me, like I come home and if my partner's home before me, dinner's made, kind of thing. Like that's nice. I get it, not all the time, but once in a while that means a lot to me. My second one is personal or physical touch, not personal touch, physical touch. So I'm curious if you guys, as the viewers, know what your guys are. If you want to shoot them in the chat, but do you guys know yours?
Nope.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure I did
do
that
know.
test a while ago, and that information went right out of my head immediately.
Lucas,
So interesting enough, mine is active service as well. But like mine, I guess, because there's a bunch of them. Like there's affection, there's words of affirmation, there's all that good stuff. Words of affirmation to me is so awkward. Like if you look me dead in the eyes and tell me I'm handsome, I already know. My grandma tells me every day. But like if you do that, like I get so uncomfortable. Like I can't look at you in the eyes. I'll be like, oh, like you're handsome too. Yeah. Like
comments.
Like I have no idea how to react back. Words
compliments sometimes are hard. Sorry to jump in, but yeah, comment, like when someone compliments you, like what do you say to that sometimes? And yeah,
you say thank you for your service.
No, I know, but saying thank, like if someone, if their way of showing you is words of affirmation, like if you're not that kind of person, like isn't that kind of like an interesting mix that they like to compliment you all the time, and sometimes you're just like
you're not about it. Like you don't want to return that favor. Like it's very hard for you to return that favor or reciprocate it. That's totally fair. Because
I feel like I gotta do our viewers justice, because according to the chat, it looks like Matt just lied to everybody saying he makes dinner.
No, I didn't say I make dinner. I said if someone were to make me dinner, I appreciate that. This week I've been bad.
You chauvinistic pig! You wouldn't make dinner for the lady. You
No,
want
of course
food on
I
the
would.
table. Wow.
She's gonna have some dry ass burger when she comes home.
Just croutons, a bag of croutons.
Croutons as the bun, with just ground beef as the burger patty, and like a splash of ketchup.
Ketchup.
My love language is French, so I can say
Is
ketchup.
that the Filipino ketchup? Ketchup.
Ketchup.
Sounds about right. But no, like this week I was bad. I didn't make dinner much.
Much. Calakino, can you confirm what much is?
Much weight, but
at all. That's more like it. That's more like it.
Yeah,
that's what I like.
Lucas will air fry some cauliflower. That's for sure.
I gotta tell that story to our viewers.
No,
yeah, we can do that. We can do that. That's a good story. That's a good story.
I gotta tell that story.
First off, I got clear some air here, just so everyone knows. Maddie and I have lived together before, so
this guy's getting nervous. The best time of his life.
So
there's a reason they're not in serious relationships.
And Kel in the chat is Maddie's sibling who also lived with us. Just to clarify that, because not everyone knows that.
Yeah. Yes, that's fair.
Maddie wasn't always this ugly. Go ahead, Lee.
Okay, yeah, cool. So I'm glad we clarified that. Good story. Lucas shows
coming from Ronald McDonald over there. Guy with orange ass hair. When I first met Lucas, this guy had orange ass hair.
So Lucas comes into work one day, bigging up that, yo, Lee, I got a freaking air fryer, coolest shit ever. And I'm like, yo, that's sick. I've never used one. Sounds cool. What's the first thing you made? He's like, yo, I made cauliflower bites. And I was like, oh, stop right fucking there. Do not boast about your cauliflower bites, you piece of shit. Brag like you're better than me.
Right, yo. So there's a lot of inconsistencies in that story. I'm sorry, like, I don't speak English. It's my third language. However,
what's your second?
What's his first?
my first is Polish.
It definitely isn't.
It 100% is.
Go on.
Okay, my second one is Canadian, and that's English. But like, okay, so, my brother got the air fryer, and he made protein cauliflower bites, like with casein.
Oh, of course, your brother. I've never met him, dude. What school does he go to?
He goes to a different school.
That's where his glow-in-the-dark stains came from. He had those cauliflower bites just all over his shirts. Oh, it's so good. It's so fucking good. Pig.
Yeah, dude, that was
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, how would that be that like you didn't make like chicken nuggets? I think was the first thing that was made in
Chicken
the air
nuggets,
fryer.
fries. Like, come on, those are the staples.
Cauliflower bites.
And coming in like he's hot shit. Like, yo, you wouldn't believe what I made last night. Trash, garbage. I hope I went right in the garbage. Dude, I bet raccoons don't even pick that out of the garbage.
I don't think they did. It just went straight up. That's it.
Good. So you know what? I think we could go back to this. They were talking about this earlier in the chat. Someone was talking about their cereals, and I think we've talked about this a bit in the past too. Let's rank our top 5 cereals. Let's just rank our top 5.
Top 5?
Okay, top three. Chat. Let's hear your top. Let's hear your
Obviously, Cinnamon Toast Crunch is number 1. Then Reese Puff cereal. Then Mini Wheats.
I fuck with Reese Puffs. Mini Wheats is alright.
Yo, Honey Bunches of Oats is in the top 3 for sure.
Yeah, that's pretty stupid.
Okay. Enjoy your diabetes, son.
I will.
Cheerio. What kind of Cheerios? Yo, because let me tell you, the frosted Cheerios are fucking lit.
Oh, anything coated in sugar for Matt.
Basically.
Honey nut.
Yo, emphasis on the nut. Okay, homie. All right.
You know what? What about Captain Crunch? I think Captain Crunch is a.
No, it's like razor blades in your mouth. Captain Crunch, I don't know what
That's
it
for
is.
weak people.
It like cuts my gums open, and then my dentist thinks I don't floss. It's really because Captain Crunch cut my goddamn gums open. Captain Crunch is the worst cereal. Worst cereal I've ever had.
The other one too, yo, Trix. When you could get Trix back in the day, Trix was dope.
Well, now as an adult, you can't get it because it's just for kids.
It's just for kids. That's why I can't see it at the grocery store. It's true.
That's
right. I think that's a real law. Adults can't buy Trix. It's illegal. You go straight to jail.
Right away.
Right away.
Riley, let's hear yours.
I don't know that I have in any particular order, but it would definitely be Honey Bunches of Oats. Probably Cinnamon Toast Crunch. That last one's tough. I want to say Mini Wheats. Yeah, that's what I'm going for. No, you disagree?
I'm not big on. I mean, actually, they're not bad. Yeah.
What, Mini Wheats?
Mini Wheats, alright.
Yeah, Mini Wheats is hype. Unpopular opinion: you let them get soggy. Even
Fruit Loops. Someone put Fruit Loops.
Fruit Loops are pretty.
I don't.
Yeah,
I was gonna say they can get in there for sure.
Have you guys had the Timbits cereal?
Yo,
I've heard like that is. I've heard that's banger.
The birthday cake one is actually Lady McGuire. That shit's fire as fuck.
Yeah, that is good cereal.
100%.
It's a Lady McGuire. Frosted Flakes we got in chat. Frosted Flakes are good. What about some bananas? What about chopping up some bananas in Frosted Flakes?
Yeah, go to hell. Go to hell.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Leave the chat. No, yo, let me make something clear about bananas. If you are making a smoothie ever in your lifetime, and it's a good ass smoothie, you put everything in it that you want, strawberries, all the good fruit, you put a teaspoon of banana in there, it is now a banana smoothie. I hate bananas so much. And I don't know why people are so obsessed with ruining their food by being like, oh, like a banana would be great in there because I like dick-shaped food. And they just throw it in there.
Whoa.
It's terrible.
I thought that's why you did like them. I thought that was the only reason you ate them.
That's the only reason he makes the exception.
I just hate that they cut it up when you can just take the whole thing at once into your mouth.
Wow.
Yeah, like I was going to say, you eat bananas like you have an OnlyFans channel.
First off, I do have an OnlyFans channel, and I don't eat bananas on it.
You know they call him Hoover on the streets, eh?
Cal says, Lucas, shut the fuck up. I have proof of you eating bananas and enjoying it.
Oh shoot, we need that. We need that footage.
That's not.
Yeah, send it. We're gonna set up an Instagram and Twitter account. You guys can send your you guys can send your clips that relate to the stream to there, and we'll post them and shit.
We definitely should do an episode one day where we call each other out on lies. And Lucas, rest in fucking pieces. Rest in fucking
the whole podcast is just us.
It's just gonna be me sitting down, you guys talking about how I'm a fucking liar. That's it.
Kids call him Dyson.
I don't like the idea that the kids know that he's just
like the
a
kids know
mean
that me
sucking
as
machine.
Dyson.
He comes to the playground. He's like high five, like Dyson.
Show and tell. Show and tell.
Oh, that's good.
That's fucking good.
Great.
So another, is it? Do you want to move into the hypothetical?
Let's jump into the hypothetical.
Right.
Yeah, let's get in.
Guys, another part of what we're gonna do in the podcast is we're gonna do a hypothetical scenario. Feel free to submit your own for future ones. Normally, I think what we're gonna look them up right before, so it's gonna be very authentic. But I think what we should do is we should start with the one that we've gone back to many, many times, and usually the one when they ask, "What do you mean by hypothetical?" And this is the one I give. So I talk about the snail.
Yeah.
The snail and the money.
Don't change your fucking mind now, Lucas.
Yeah.
My answer is still the same. It's my hypothetical. I own this one.
Go on.
But, okay, so
I want to see what the crowd thinks.
Okay, first off, everyone already knows that snails are legit. Now, first off,
no. Hold on. I don't want Lucas explaining this because Lucas is gonna.
Lucas is not gonna explain this.
No,
he's gonna fuck this up.
No way. Okay. I've never changed a thing in my life.
Take it away, Matt. Take it away.
The hypothetical goes like this. So there's a briefcase of money. We say it's $5 million. 550. What did we say?
50.
$50 million.
No, he wants to explain it. He doesn't even know the dollar value. That kind of sucks.
Varies. So it's $50 million in a briefcase. As soon as you open it, there's a snail that's on the amount of money. And what happens is this snail's sole purpose is to touch you. Not sexually, but just touch you.
It might.
A little bit both. A little bit both.
Tell me what to do.
Sorry, it's funny. So the thing is the snail, if it touches you, you'll die the most excruciating death.
Now, specifically,
even imaginable.
Specifically, what this excruciating death is you turn inside out slowly over a week's span.
That was never part of it, but we can take it. Sure.
Can we? Let's mute Lucas for this.
Yeah.
So
we're gonna be like, just
the snail's sole purpose is to literally kill you. And the snail cannot die. You can't block it off or barricade it from getting it to you. So the question we always talk about is would you take the money? 50 mil. How about Lucas? You start because we typically just criticize your answer because it was always the most ridiculous.
All right, so let's get this straight right here. So first off, you can.
Sorry. I also in the chat. I want to see what you guys would do. I see Flubbergen would already take the money. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Eager.
Correct. Smart man. Or woman. Or anything else. I don't know all the.
Yeah. Don't assume gender, dude.
There's three of them, right? There's Kylie, Kendall, and what's the other Jenner? So anyway,
horrible.
Let me make this clear. You can accept the money anywhere you want. You can start off in Tokyo and accept the money there, and it starts there, and then you can just fly home, whatever have you. Something to note is I would take the money. Now, reason being is because I have $50 million. I would take the money. The snail moves at a snail's pace. Now, something that we didn't cover is you cannot stop the snail or in any way, shape, or form influence someone to stop the snail for you. However, things can happen naturally. If a bird picks it up, it can pick it up, but the snail cannot die. It is an immovable, indestructible object. If you decide to go to outer space, it flies straight up in the air, at a snail's pace, though. So it moves straight up in the air. I would take that money. Then I would look at that snail dead in its eyes as a hired construction company to build a 1 kilometer building around it with full surveillance. That would cover about $15 million. What I'll do is 1
Where'd you
kilometer.
get
Where
that
do you get
number
these
from?
fucking figures?
Yo,
Where do you
why
get
are
that
people
quote?
freaking out? People are freaking out already. Yo, 1 second. Let me finish, and then you guys can criticize my answer.
Okay.
So let's say it costs $15 million to build this. Now, obviously, if it costs more, I'll lower the security cameras to 1. Same price.
It's a VR camera.
My goal is to
360.
build a stadium enough so that this snail takes about 2 weeks to go from one side to the other. So I have 2 weeks of travel time in between, and there's surveillance. That way,
Just so you know, the speed of the snail's actually posted. I don't know, Flubberjum, how you know specifically.
He's a smart man. He's a smart man.
The speed in which a snail moves, but we appreciate that context. So
No. Yeah, go on.
So the snail is super slow. Now you have about a 2-week buffer between it reaching one end to the other. That's how I'll dedicate the size of the building. Now what happens is I'll travel the world, live my regular life. If it ever moves out of that building, because it's movable, it can go through walls, I would then go into the stadium and wait until it went back into surveillance zone and then just move again. That way I always have visual of where the snail is. I'm not concerned about where its whereabouts are because I own the property, own the building, own the cameras.
So you're not gonna
So
have
what
any
would you-
staff? Are you not gonna have any staff running this building?
Like I'll have a staff, but like a wizard staff, but I won't have any other people there. That's for sure.
Good God. Okay, but
So-
Flubberjam, one of the things you're not considering is, or I guess we need to work this out ourselves, is can the snail hitch a ride, essentially? Like if the snail gets on a
like
tire,
if it went on a boat, let's say,
It's
yes,
now
it can.
time, we're
Why
gonna
couldn't it
speed the
fucking
boat.
hit his?
Sorry,
Yeah.
pardon me. You cannot influence it. So, for example, Glenn said, "Take the money, hire a French dude to eat it." You can't do it.
It can't die, so
you
you can
cannot
eat it,
influence its movement.
But you could
cannot
eat it, but it
influence
would like come, like he would shit it out and it would still be alive. You know what I mean? Like,
No. You can't even hire someone to do that. You cannot influence its movement. You personally could not do anything to influence it being stopped, moved, slowed down, etc.
Fair,
Everything happens
fair,
at a
fair.
natural cause or natural pace. That's
well,
the one.
to Glenn's point, escargot is a delicacy, so it's not
if
really
if a
unnatural.
French guy sees it and is like, "Yo, yum," then yeah, I mean, go for it.
They'd
But
say,
you can't influence the French
yum.
guy.
Fucking- I thought you said French was one of your love languages, dude.
It is. Gracias.
that's why he doesn't get much love.
Yes. So stupid. Yeah. Okay. So let's go back to this. A kilometer. You'd build a kilometer. What? 1 kilometer by 1 kilometer complex for this
Just
fucking snail.
A dome, like just a brick wall.
Okay, so you think that would cost you 15 million total, like permits, building, construction, maintenance?
first off,
keeping it up to date.
I would start this deal in the cheapest country for construction ever to make it as affordable as possible,
Okay,
and
all right.
then I can fly in and out of it as cheap as possible or most affordable as possible, and live my life. And then I can come back at any point in time, wait in the Coliseum for it to come back to me. I'm like, oh, it's back on surveillance camera. That's a snail. Just walk through a wall. It's obviously that one. And then do it again and just keep
Okay, hold
pushing
on.
it back in and out.
We're gonna have to talk about your Flubberjam. So sorry. This is why we didn't want Luke to explain it. The snail doesn't move at a snail's pace. The
Yes, it
snail,
does.
like it normally does, but it can manipulate it in the sense that it, like, if it attached to, like, if it fucking climbed onto a car, it would then move at the speed that the car moves. It doesn't consistently move at the snail's pace, but typically it would. But if it attached, like, if I fucking went on a plane, let's say, like, in the
If a bird
tire.
picked it up, if a bird saw it in the open field and decided to scoop it up and try to eat it, that happens.
Okay, so then with your logic, Lucas, the question then boils down to how much money is moving around constantly? How much money justifies that to you?
Well, technically, you can use whatever money that you didn't use from the building, invest that to make more money.
Guy becomes a stock trading genius all of a sudden.
Correct.
I suppose.
Correct.
I suppose. No, you could, but my point is because in the beginning you're given $50 million. You already said you're willing to spend 15 million on this stadium. So
It wouldn't cost 50 million, by the way, to build a kilometer by a kilometer fucking dome.
But
Way more.
I can build it wherever I want. I'd find like the cheapest location to build it. Sure.
Should be easier with travel restrictions.
Could live in Iceland for a while. Every so often.
that's
travel
not a
to
bad
Iceland.
idea.
So we talked about that. We talked about what if I started in the opposite end of the world, flew back to Canada, then every so often I just fly back once a month because it'll take the snail way longer than a month to travel. The only thing is then you'll have to live under the constant fear that there's a snail coming at you. Is one, and two, you'll never know its location because it can be influenced by a fish eating it, taking it further to you or further back. You'll never know its location.
What ecosystem are snails part of fish diet? Like,
I mean, if it's going into water, hunting you down. Yeah, but what I'm saying is, like, if that snail continuously is immovable and it just comes for you, it's gonna be everywhere. It's gonna go anywhere and everywhere.
Okay, so my take on this is that, I don't think there's an amount of money that you could put on having like the feeling of living in fear for the rest of your life, because it'd always be in the back of your mind, be like, where the fuck is the snail? You know what I mean? Even if you did know, you'd be like, how do I know? Because I don't know, 50 million is a lot, but it's like.
But don't you live in fear every day when you go into a car that you can get into a car accident?
It's so philosophical. I didn't know you had a major, dude, in philosophy.
Deep. But what I'm saying is, like, every time you enter a car, you're putting your life at risk based off statistics.
That's true. That's fair.
Yeah,
but
let's switch this into a little easier hypothetical.
Yes.
Would
so
you rather?
Far, everyone's on my side in chat, I believe. So.
Which is unfortunate. It was just really unfortunate.
It's like the one time people actually agree with me, which is nice. Like, I like this power.
Anyways, your arms and legs are the same length, but you have no bent, so no elbows or no knees. It's just straight arms or straight legs. Which one you picking? No elbows or no knees.
Oh, that's fucking interesting. Like, well, I have to like literally move.
Go ahead.
No, you know what?
Well, you still have shoulders. But just that.
No, I know, but I can't like.
Yeah. Do you do this often?
Yeah, that's how he said, dude.
That's how he dances, dude.
All right.
You could literally never like.
I mean, you can have a
sex would be weird if your arms couldn't. I mean, actually, I think
that's
both.
the first. That's the first thing that came to your mind. Not like getting up out of bed if you had straight legs.
So the thing is
driving a car with either or options suck. Recline all the way.
No, I think it's much. Oh shit! Hold on. No.
This guy just dies.
I don't know. Tell you right now, the right answer is no knees. How the hell? How are you gonna eat with no elbows?
How are you gonna run with no knees?
Why are you running all the time? You still walk?
I'm scared of the snail. I gotta run.
Oh, it's all these together. Can I put the snail on a treadmill that runs at the same speed?
Whoa, we've never been asked that one.
No, you cannot influence it. If someone happens to do that for you without you consenting to that or like telling them to, shit happens.
Yo, okay, we should, for real though, we should start a charity then. We should gather all snail and put on treadmills, because what if this thing's real? And
start a trend?
And someone's banking on someone doing this for them.
Yo. So you're saying we start like a trend being like, yo, like get internet famous, put snails on treadmills and get everyone in the world to do it, not knowing they specifically you want one snail doing that.
Yo, but here's my okay.
Sorry, hold on. No, voluntary amputations is not an option. You gotta keep them.
Yeah, and flubbergem. What do you mean? Can be like prosthetics, but like what? So they break your arms? Like I don't think you'd be able to do that. Like right in the hypothetical, you wouldn't be able to.
In the hypothetical, you're not allowed to. No, you're stuck forever.
So here's the thing, though. You can never get arm barred. So you could beat Ronda Rousey in a fight. You know how easy it would be? Your whole arm could get arm barred. You get fucked up. What are you saying? No, it's super strong. It's like it's a whole humerus.
I am not taking the word of someone who's never trained a day in their life. Thank you.
Yeah. So here's the thing. So there's another one here. I was gonna say. So okay, what if there was a tornado or some type of natural event, world event that destroyed the wherever you had the treadmill, like a tornado, let's say, fucking took the treadmill fucking through it, would you know? Because then you'd think, oh, you're living your life carefree. One morning you wake up and it's like fucking on your face, dead. You know what I mean? You gotta. That's an option, right?
There's so many options that can happen. Like there's endless.
That's why it ultimately boils down. Would you take the money?
Absolutely, 100%.
I was gonna say. Okay, sorry. I'm gonna go off topic from the hypotheticals. I want to talk about some questions that people at work had asked me about the podcast that we didn't bring up. If you guys have other questions from, kind of going back to the relationship perspective, drop them in chat.
Wow, we got real far from that.
I know.
Okay. I also agree with you. No knees.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just to
Anyways,
end it,
take
because
away,
we didn't
Matt.
answer that. Only Lee answered it. Maddie, what are you gonna say?
I'm the only one that matters.
How the hell would you sit down? Sitting down would be fucking weird.
You can sit down. Your legs are just straight.
How would you sit down with your legs straight? Like, can you show me the motion? Like, what if every time you went to sit down and your chair rolled, it would roll back because you couldn't? You know what I mean? You can't.
How are you gonna sit down with your arms straight? You're gonna be touching the ground the whole time?
Okay, so let's go. Let's go to the relationship questions.
Yeah. Let's move on. I'm starting to get mad.
Oh, sorry. Someone did say if the snail could go through walls, but a treadmill will stop.
Yes, it
That's
can.
a good point.
It's immovable. Oh, true. Yeah, that's 100% right.
Yeah, that's the thing. This is the problem. Is once we enable one kind of variation of the hypothetical, it branches into like too many variations.
There's way too many intersectionalities with this thing. So the
So,
whole moral
the
of the
one we
story
were
is Lucas is wrong.
Yeah, basically, always.
Not just about that. Everything.
That's actually the moral of the podcast.
Yeah, if there's a goal with this podcast, is to get as many people as possible to hate Lucas like us.
Oh, it's winning. Like,
We're the
succeeding.
heroes. He's the villain.
We're succeeding.
That's what I'm hoping we're going for.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we're successful.
Yeah, we're winning.
So there's gonna be Team Lucas and then Team not Lucas, basically.
Team everyone else.
We'll get shirts made that have it. So the one we were talking about work is, is there a time frame that it's too soon to have sex with someone that you've just started dating? What are your guys' thoughts on that?
Yeah, I personally agree with that. Now, the reason being is because, well, first off, there are like a lot of variations in this in terms of what are you looking for? Like, this is serious relationship, right? Like, this is serious
2
relationship.
minutes. 2 minutes is quick. You're right. He's right.
Okay,
right, to last or have sex or both.
Go on.
So for me, we're talking about serious relationship here.
Interpret it as you may.
Okay. I personally am not a hookup individual. So with that being said, I would say like after fuck you, Lee. I don't know, like to me, too soon would be like the first, second, third date.
What the fuck? How do you
all three at the same time?
Like you want to get to know someone. You want to get to know someone. But
okay, but what if you got
super serious?
Okay, but what if you've gotten to know someone a lot before a date? Because to me, I don't think there's a too early. I think it's just that it varies on the type of bond or connection you have with a person.
That's fair. Like if
you hit it off right away, but you haven't gone on.
like you and I, we have so much sexual tension. Like we can just hit it right now. But like, no, like if you're friends with someone for 10 years, let's make a relationship happen. Let's make a relationship happen. What the hell is that? Then like, yeah, the boundaries are a little bit.
Is that how you ask someone out? Yo, let's make a relationship happen.
Can we make this relationship happen?
I think I think it just really depends on the person. I would never judge someone for that. I think it really depends on the type of connection you have with someone. Like someone you might hit it off right away, and to Lucas' point, sometimes you might want to get to know someone. I really just think it depends.
Like if it costs $200, gotta give it 10 minutes, right?
That is a brilliant point.
It's true because you gotta wait for the e-transfer to go through.
Is the time relative to the amount spent?
No,
I think
I'd say I wouldn't say so because there's certain people that you get to know faster than others based off the conversations you have and the way you get to know them.
No, but there's no money involved there. It's all about the transaction.
Oh, we're talking about that.
Okay, Lee, what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think it entirely depends on what you're trying to get out of it. Like, if you're not looking for a serious relationship, well, who cares? If you are, do I think there's a time that's too soon? Only within the boundaries set by the people in the relationship. And by that I mean like if you're not comfortable with it, but you're just trying to get her attention or get his attention, well, no, don't do it. Like do it when you're comfortable. And if you're comfortable,
There's
right away,
also, sorry, their attention, his, hers, theirs. 2021. Remember, actually, that started in 2020.
Yeah,
But,
Lee, grow up.
I will not be. I will not have my language policed.
Well, what do you consider the dating stage? Now, this is an interesting question.
Good one.
because,
That's a good
because
one.
Good question for
there's
you.
so many verbiages on. I'm seeing someone. I'm dating someone. I'm with someone. Because to me, seeing someone is you look at them, and you're seeing them.
You're gonna give our guests nightmares. You're gonna give everybody nightmares with this.
Someone's like, "Oh, I'm seeing Lukasz right now," but like, no, like there's so
soul.
much verbiage in terms of she's my like we're official, we're unofficial, we're dating, we're seeing each other. There's so much in this like world right now that like it blows my mind. Because to me, I used to see it as I am dating this individual, like her and I are talking, we're exclusive with each other. Right off the get-go, that means we're boyfriend and girlfriend. Where it's like, no, like he didn't ask me officially to be his boyfriend or girlfriend, so it's not official. That means anything goes until then. It's like, so you need a title. Do you guys see it the same way? How do you guys see it?
I honestly kind of missed most of what you said.
You got lost in my eyes. You got lost in my eyes when you were seeing me.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I miss like. Yeah, literally, I think.
That's snake.
I'm so sorry, man. My apologies.
So let me put it in a lower question then. When are you official with someone?
I don't know. I think that depends on two people involved. I really think it's like. I think when you start introducing that person when they meet people as your partner, whatever word you want to use, like my girlfriend, my partner, whatever. I don't know.
So someone asked an interesting question here. It's when casually dating, can you go on dates with several people, blind dates, etc.? How many dates before that is unacceptable?
Hey, those are good points. Put a pin in those for sure. I definitely want to come to those, but let's deal with
Emma, if you're still listening, pin those. By the way, for those who don't know, Lee's fiance is helping us out by pinning questions and sending it to us. We're not reading them because we don't care, but we do appreciate it. she just sends us a message being like, "Fuck you guys, I'm out." But 100%, when casual dating, can you go on dates with several people? In my opinion, if you have no boundary set, if you guys talk about like, I'm not looking for anything right now, like let's just keep doing what we're doing, the board is open. That's how I see it, for the reason of I never want to put someone in a situation where they don't want to be exclusive right now. I don't want to put them in a situation where they're boundaried or they're stuck. It's just me and that person. Like I don't want to.
Your mic got super quiet. Sorry to jump in, but I don't know if you
don't make them louder. That means we gotta listen to them.
Yeah, and I gotta listen to me. Like I don't want to put some boundaries on people or titles on people if they feel like that's restrictive. It's more so for the other side, where I'm one of those people where it's like I'm a one person kind of dude. If I'm talking to one person, like that person has my attention. It's very like I hate multiple people because to me it just gets confusing and all that good stuff. I mean, I talk to Lee and Maddie all the time, but like it's very mutual that we just Eiffel Tower each other every weekend, right? So like that's very different.
Swap who's in the middle for sure.
It's just Lee in the middle. We just swap who's on the outer Eiffel Tower.
I like what I like.
So I make my own money, so I spend it how I like.
That's it.
Yeah, so we'll come back to this because I think we should go around with the dating stage piece. But I also want to touch on that. I also want to touch on the age of factor thing.
Wait. Sorry to interrupt. Should we take another shot? We haven't taken a shot since the start.
I mean, yeah, sure.
All right.
Yes, as well.
Feel free if you're in chat to.
It's called the fucking A. That's true.
That's sick. That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Hey,
Cheers to everybody.
Again, we appreciate you guys all stopping by. And we're going to try to do this every week. Give us topics you guys want us to cover and talk about, but
we'll try to have a little bit more of a format too.
Yeah, we had one a little bit and then we kind of went off, but I think it's good. First time kind of.
It's a good convo.
We're virgins to this, so.
Oh, you can't say that. You can't say. I knew you were gonna say that. You can't say that on Twitch anymore.
Guys, our channel might be banned.
we might be banned after this first time.
Report them, boys.
But it is what it is. We tried.
But yeah, I think as long as it's discussed what your intentions are. If you're just like, to Lucas's point, I'm just, or sorry, I don't know if it was Lee who said it, but just, I'm in this.
I'll never get credit. I'll never get credit for what I say ever in my lifetime.
Lucas never gets credit because he'll try to tell our stories as his, but we'll talk about that in another podcast.
That's a whole other podcast. That's a whole other podcast.
Oh my God, for sure.
Yeah, I think as long as it's openly discussed, again, and I think that the pieces when they're introduced as your partner is when it should be exclusive from that point onwards, kind of thing. But to Lucas' point, I'm also like, I really only try to talk to one person. I don't have enough time to even talk to my friends, let alone try to talk to multiple people.
It's because your friends don't want to talk to you, but yeah.
It's true. It's fucking true. What are your thoughts on that?
What is everyone's opinions on, should you have to ask for will you be my girlfriend or will you be my boyfriend? Like, does it have to be officiated, or is there a certain point that you're like, we're official? Like, is there a certain point where you're just like, hey, this is my boyfriend, and you guys didn't discuss mutually? Or is there have to be that, not proposal, because that's marriage, but that will you be, etc., to break that?
I don't know. I think as long as you're both fine with it. In my past experience, I didn't ask and I just kind of introduced and it went from there. But I don't know. That's my take. I don't know, chat. What are your guys' thoughts? Like, would you be offended if someone did that and just hadn't talked to you, about it? Billy, what about you?
As far as that point goes, like how it becomes official.
And the dating stages piece.
Okay, so the dating stages piece, I think you're dating when you're getting to know each other because you're going on dates. I think it then becomes a relationship when you've established that line of being exclusive. How you get there, I don't know. That's got to be something formal, because I feel like that's a weird conversation. Like, especially if you've been on, let's say,
my girlfriend did.
Dates. Yeah, like I've been on 10 dates, and now you ask me what? Like, I thought we were. It's kind of weird. I don't know.
So like, to your point. Oh, go ahead, Lucas.
I was gonna say, Courtney brought up a good point. Whereas I think if you introduce the other person as your significant other, then I think at that point your boyfriend, girlfriend.
Yeah, that's fair.
Which is fair. Agree. I think that's fair.
What if they're like, yo, whoa, pump the brakes, bud? Like, I don't want to be labeled as that.
Then that's a miscommunication. Then to me, it's like there was an issue there. You know what I mean?
It's already boom, red flag, like we discussed earlier. Red flag right there.
Yeah, that's true. Yep.
But it's also like how soon? Because some people have different ideologies of we're official after the second date, where some people are like we're official when there's a title. You know what I mean?
When a girl is interested in you, Lucas, do you see that as a red flag?
Yeah, because they have poor decision skills. And I'm like, instantly, this person's making bad decisions, which means they'll make worse decisions later.
Exactly.
Which is like they'll accept me as their boyfriend. And I'll be like, oh, this person's terrible. Like, this person makes tons of mistakes already.
Good man. Good for being a
fucking chug.
I gotta be honest.
Let's okay. Well, let's go. I need to hear this. We gotta hear honest Lucas.
What?
Oh no,
you gotta hear honest Lucas. Am I slurring? Is it that bad already?
What are you saying, honest Lucas?
No, he was talking about his prior comments. That was his honesty. Please define yellow flag, considering the traffic light theorem. What is a yellow flag? That's a good question.
A yellow flag to slow down is like, oh shit. If you start seeing them make burgers and there's only barbecue sauce, you're like, hold on, I gotta see them make another burger.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a real good one.
I think an interesting one would be the first time you're very intoxicated around this person or your partner. What kind of things you see? Like, is it too sloppy for your liking or too loud? You know what I mean? Like, it depends on
you gotta see how, were they too lit that time, or is that how they always are going to be?
Yeah, that's what I mean. It'd be very interesting to be like, this is the first time. What's it like? I gotta keep an eye on this kind of thing.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's a good question,
though. Say that you have to keep an eye on, because you're like, the first time I didn't like it, I gotta see it if it's the same way consistently. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. I would say that's a yellow flag. Wow.
Good question. That was a really good question.
Yeah, yo, Flubberjum's killing it.
Let's go back to Courtney asked a question about age. Sorry guys, we also it's been an hour and 20 minutes.
Wrap this up soon.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap it up. We don't want to keep you guys here too long. You know, it's Friday night. You want to go enjoy your COVID lockdown Friday night a different way. But give us feedback. You know, if you want us to run this long every time we can. Ideally, I think because it was our first one, we're gonna try to aim for an hour. But if you want to go an hour and a half every time we can.
Or if you want us to shut the fuck up forever, we could do that too.
Yeah.
Or just me. Or just me. That seems to be the common theme in the chat.
The podcast can be without Lucas if you guys want. But we can.
It only needs 3 signatures. 3 signatures and kick them out. Sorry.
just 2 signatures. It could be you and Maddie.
So age a factor. If you want any other questions in the last 8 minutes, go for it. Let's also talk about flaws. So let's quickly talk about age, and then let's all name a flaw of ours that we have, or multiple if you have them.
It's getting pretty deep. Why me first?
No, I'm saying the flaws. The flaws are you.
All me.
My flaws that I'm Lucas's friend.
Yeah, that's my worst one. Age. I don't think age is entirely a factor at a certain point. I think when there's a big gap when they're younger, like for example, let's say, I don't know, let's keep it legal. Let's say an 18-year-old and a 40-year-old.
His flaw is that he had to keep it legal because he's having issues.
Right. Let's say it's 18 and 40. Yeah, I think there's an age from there just based on maturity and morals.
But what if they're in love?
I don't trust one of those parties to understand what that means.
A 40-year-old?
Probably, to be honest. I don't know what he's looking for.
To your point, I think it's true. I think there's a threshold. Like, couple years, age I don't think really matters. It's really the maturity level and experience, or life experiences people have.
That same gap later, I don't think is such an issue. Like, let's say you have a 30-year-old and a 60-year-old. I kind of don't really care about the 30-year gap anymore.
Could you date someone? Could you imagine dating someone that was 60?
If she was rich, yeah.
That's your flaw.
Yeah,
that's fair.
That's fair.
All right.
How about if you truly feel deeply in love with the watermelon, would you have sex with it? I have.
Who? Yeah, I was gonna say.
I mean,
who told Lucas that story?
I've been in love with a watermelon. I didn't know we were gonna bring it up so soon, but her name was Patricia. It's kind of weird.
Oh no!
What are your flaws, Maddie? What would you say is one of your flaws?
You don't want to dig into the watermelon?
I've done it. I've
dug into the watermelon. Let me tell you.
No, let me tell you, he didn't really. He had sex with it, but there wasn't much digging into it.
Just scratch the surface.
Couldn't get past the Ryan.
There's a Ryan? Does every watermelon come with a Ryan?
Who isn't having sex with a fruit at this point? Hashtag COVID. Ah, okay.
Pork and pie.
That's fucking funny. What's more weird, an older guy and older girl? I don't think either. I don't really think it makes a difference. It all depends on the maturity of the people involved.
I disagree. I disagree. I think an older guy is weirder because I think there's a form of desperation there. And this could this could be me being biased. I completely
and societal views.
Yeah.
Everyone calls the girl a gold digger, but when it's a guy, it's fine. He's just a cougar hunter.
It's true. Yeah, I'm a hunter. Wear camo and shit. That's sick.
Okay, you want to go in the flaws quick? We got a couple minutes.
Yeah, let's jump into the flaws.
We'll go around. I'd say mine right off the bat is I'm a selfish person. It's funny. I actually talked to my dad about this. Shout out, Dad, if you're watching.
He's not. He's too selfish. He doesn't care.
Yeah, we talked about it because he's actually the same way. Where it's like, unfortunately, I like to do the things that I like to do, and if my partner's interested in things that I'm not necessarily interested in, I would hope that they can do those things without me and enjoy them equally as much. Because unfortunately, I'm not really kind of going to give in on that. And my selfishness I do think is a flaw, but it's interesting because I could see why it's viewed as a flaw, but to me, I look at it in a way that's like, you got to be happy. You got to do what
Yeah,
makes you
because
happy.
you're the fucking selfish one, obviously.
Obviously.
you're gonna see that way, but also like keep your independence is key in a relationship. Like you still have to be your own person.
Yeah.
For me, flaw is definitely my fashion sense.
Fuck yes.
I have
it
zero.
is.
I have zero fashion sense. Like one of my no. Go ahead, guys.
No, go.
One of my anniversaries.
Pork and Pie has a good follow-up question too.
I was thinking about this on my way home. I was gonna try to figure out how to bring this up.
One of my anniversaries, I wore like red joggers with like a black
Red
Good
Nikes.
life.
red Nikes. Yo, I actually have
Good
the Nikes
life.
right here. Yo, let me show you. Let me show you guys the Nikes. These bad boys, right?
Look at that boat, dude.
Yo, these kayaks here because I have big ass feet, but like it doesn't mean I have a big dick. It's very small. But like
Okay. Right.
we got red joggers. I'm wearing like a black jacket with like a red inner part and a red Good Life t-shirt. And I wore this to an aquarium for my anniversary because like I was just like in a bad place in my life and a fucking idiot.
Shut the fuck up. This guy lived with us and he was like,
That's the bad place.
That was the bad
bad
place. I lived
place.
with you. All I had was burgers with like one drop of barbecue sauce every day. I hated my life. So sad. No water. We had no water.
We'll tie in Pork and Pie had another great question. How does your partner cope with your flaws? So Lee, if you want to say a flaw and then kind of bridge that question.
Yeah, okay, I can bridge them together. I think my flaw is that I assume a lot of things and skip over important details. For example,
I don't got time for that. I feel you.
The biggest one is I definitely assume the level of empathy and I skip over it, whereas that verbal confirmation is important. Like, for example, if my wife to be comes home and like vents about something, instead of me being like, oh yeah, I understand, and like, have that empathy, I just jump right into solution mode and like don't which is a problem, right?
And Lee's common solution is, why don't you just suck it up and quit your job?
It often is. I'm a very solution-oriented person, but I understand how some people want that verbal confirmation and kind of want the emotion as well. And sometimes they don't want a solution. Sometimes people just want a vent. And the way my partner copes with that is we've just had conversations about it, and they know this is how I am, and I know that's how they are, and we try to meet in the middle. Sometimes if I'm not empathetic enough, they'll say, hey, fuck, or like, I'm not looking for a solution right now. Or I'll say, yo, why being such a wuss bag about this? Like,
and then you should reply, what are you doing in my swamp?
What are you doing, man?
Got thrown a Shrek quote for sure.
Pork and Pie, maybe you just have shitty solutions. That might be the case too.
My solution is always punch him in the face. I think it's a pretty good one. No? I like it. It works for me.
What about you, Maddie? What is your
I gotta go again?
How does your partner cope with your flaw? How did your partner cope with your flaw?
I don't. You know what? To bring that up, I don't think it was ever really. It might have been one of the reasons why it didn't work out. Is just because I think we just realized that we're just different people in that way, and it wasn't something that maybe either of us were willing to work on or move on. So. I think a lot of it is learning from your experiences and the relationships that you have, so that your future ones are ultimately make you as happy as you deserve to be, kind of thing.
Thanks, Pork and Pie, for making it a very deep conversation.
I just
you made Maddie cry tonight. I hope you know. For me, my solution with my shitty fashion sense is she told me to go home and change, and I would go home and change.
And change the shitty.
That's quite frankly how it went.
He still hasn't learned.
She'd be like, "Oh, sweatpants is that what we're gonna do?" And I'll be like, "Is this not okay? Go change."
Here's a question.
I would drive home and change.
Do you you guys as viewers? Do you want us to keep going? Like, would you guys want to just keep talking about random shit, or do you guys want to call it? Like, what are your guys' thoughts?
Leave it to the people.
I want world peace.
Leave it to the people.
We could either
what are your guys' thoughts? Like, I don't. It's Friday COVID night. I'm not really particularly planned on doing anything, so I'm down to keep going if the viewers want it. Give us more. What were you gonna say? What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, I mean, if we want, we cut the podcast and we just open it up to just a whole discussion with everybody, just as shooting the shit. But that's just me.
Oh, like you mean like a Zoom and people can like jump in?
Let's jump in.
Would you guys want?
Would you guys join? Would you guys Zoom, or you guys just want to hear us talk? What are your guys' thoughts?
I mean, I'd be totally interested to having all you guys just jumping into a chat with us and we just shoot the shit. I mean, it doesn't have to be just us three.
More people to keep Lucas quiet. Opinion on chess lately? Huh.
I'm naked.
Okay.
So is Lucas actually below his pants or below his sweater.
That's why I've been like kind of awkward about like not getting up or moving too much, is because like I'm nudie pooty underneath the waist.
He's got an interview with the casting couch in about an hour.
That's what we gotta wrap this up.
Gotta get to work, kid. Gotta get to work, kid.
Opinion on chess lately.
On chess lately?
Well, you know
that Grandmaster Flex is killing it out there with that 3-move checkmate. Let me tell you.
Yeah, you see that guy
Bishop
wrecked
A4.
Bill Gates? Is that what you're talking about? No.
Someone wrecked Bill Gates in chess.
They wrecked Bill Gates in 30 seconds.
That's
Are we
kind of on
talking
Bill
chess or what?
Gates. That's kind of on Bill Gates because you have to make.
No, I'm not
moves
talking about
to
chess.
progress. Oh, okay, my bad.
I'm talking about his chess.
Hey, Bill Gates got a sweet rack.
Okay, let's call it and let's have an open forum to see if anyone wants to jump in. We'll do that.
They legit said no. Everyone said no.
Yes. Literally, only 1% we want more. No one else commented. I don't know any of those people. So what, we're calling it? Is that it? According to your question, we could... Okay, we'll answer according to your question, we'll call it, and then next time we'll do the open forum thing if you guys want to join in later.
Or if you guys want to give us topics for the next one, by all means.
Yeah, shoot them in chat if you guys want topics for next week.
Yeah. Just ramble about your flaws. Damn, this guy wants to know why we suck.
This guy wants us to start crying. Like Maddie's gonna be like, well, and last time, man, it didn't work out because
hobbies is a good one.
So wait, does that mean you guys want us to keep going?
We'll just continue as we
save it
go.
for the next
And
podcast.
people can leave if they want to leave, and we can just continue. We can cut whatever we want.
This is more for you
raw
guys. Like, what are we
conversation, bro. Raw conversation. Relationship
Relationship
regrets.
dick sizes. Get rid of Lucas and keep going, says Marco.
You have
That's a
3
good
separate hobbies, am I right? No. Our hobbies are intertwined. We do everything together.
My hobbies.
If they don't like it, I don't like it.
My hobbies include Eiffel Towering Lee. That's number 1. 2 is watching Lee get Eiffel Towered. That's number 2. Like I like sometimes take a step back and really just watch the situation. And number 3
all over my desk.
is number 3 and just see his big ass desk. Hobbies versus COVID adjusted hobbies.
Okay, I like these. We're gonna take some of these down. Hobbies will probably be hobbies. Hobbies are probably going to be a conversation we bring into the next topic for next week. We'll take some of the comments that we didn't get to answer. We'll bring them into questions next week.
But to answer Pork and Pie's question, I don't like to say top or bottom. I'm just the bridge in the A. So
it connects the top to the bottom.
It's a crucial part. It's a crucial part in the A.
All right, guys. You know what? We really appreciate all you guys stopping in. We're gonna try to do this every week as long as we have topics to talk about. But we really appreciate you guys stopping by, man. Causing a ruckus out here.
Thanks, everybody. That was good.
Yeah, for the first time, I think that was pretty good.
Yeah.
Was it for the first time? All right, guys.
Stay safe. Have fun.
Have a good night.